What's going on, YouTube? Back with another reaction, and today we have how Formula One teams make money. Uh, the news did this video. When did they do this? A year ago. So I don't know. I just want to see how they actually make money. This is a very expensive sport.
There's no other sport in the world that can give you the feeling of being in the arena where the gladiators are.
He said there's no other sport in the world that gives you the feeling of being in the arena where the gladiators are. I've been to WWE. I've been to NFL games. I've been to a Cardi concert. Bro, you're wrong.
When really the action is going on.
Love F1 though.
Trying to imagine
hey, it's
how the
damn,
start could turn out, and
forgot his
what
name.
ifs.
Christian Horner.
Going racing, it's intense. You can see if you have done things right. If you want to change anything,
remember
it's too
their
late on the
names.
grid.
We're in the prototype business. If you're standing still, you're
Zach
going
Brown.
backwards because everyone's going forward.
What are drivers
As a
though?
team, we are half
Dodo.
glass empty people rather than half full. Maybe our lives are a little bit more miserable than others, but it keeps us on our toes.
Formula One is the most elite racing league on the planet, and it's doubled in value since US-based Liberty Media bought F1 for some $8 billion in 2017. What's it worth now?
The enterprise value is about floating around, say, 16 billion.
And together, the 10 teams on the grid are reportedly valued at more than $15 billion.
Today, I don't think you could buy a team for less than $750 million, and the top teams are valued at $3 billion. That's a total change.
It's a rapid rise for one of the world's fastest sports.
So you're telling me if I wanted to own a team, all I need is $750 million?
And shareholders.
Since US-based Liberty Media bought F1 on the grid, are reported
Less than $750 million, and the top teams are valued at $3 billion. That's a total change.
it's a rapid rise for one of the world's fastest sports.
Appreciate it.
It's Toto Wolff, everyone.
I don't love me Toto Wolff.
So let's get started. My name is Anita Albersi, but this is really not about me. This is about this man, the most successful team principal of our era.
We are 10 teams, and those 10 teams have been there through thick and thin. We were shaken by COVID, and we made it.
Formula One teams are run by CEOs and team principals.
Welcome to the Miami Grand Prix.
In some cases, they're both. Toto Wolff of the Mercedes F1 team has his hands full with 3 roles.
You're unique because you are CEO, principal, and part owner of Mercedes. Which one takes the most time?
While the engineers will always say that I'm spending too much on the CEO side, and I need to remind myself that in our business it's the stopwatch. If we win, financial success is going to follow. My priority must always be to create a framework where our performance people are able to thrive.
23 race weekends a year. I'm the team principal of a high-performing sports team, and for the other 52 weeks of the year, from Monday to Friday, I'm the CEO of a high-tech technology business. So it keeps me busy.
You need to know what you're doing technically because you've got a big design team. The technology in F1 is at the forefront. You know, you always develop something, and you need to run a business. You need to have that money coming in. So you need to sell sponsorship and
that's his name.
Back to board, to the investor in the team, and tell them what they're doing with money.
What does the CEO of McLaren Racing Team do?
That's what a lot of people on the racing team actually ask.
Oh,
My
it's
job is to
actually
get,
CEO.
the best people.
I thought he was.
To give them
So
the
wait,
resources they need, the direction they need on the commercial.
is Zach not the team principal? It's Andrea Stella. Okay.
Commercial side, bringing on, new corporate partners, and most importantly, servicing and making sure our corporate partners are benefiting from their affiliation with McLaren. And then, of course, I've got a board and shareholders pretty much 7 days a week.
CNBC is a corporate sponsor of McLaren Racing, one of the top 5 teams in Formula One. To get to the top of the league,
they've been the top team the last 2 years
of the last 31 races.
You have to start early.
When did you start getting into racing and F1? You're the longest serving team principal, right?
Yes, I have that title now, apparently. So I started at the age of 11 racing go-karts, and I did some testing as a test driver in Formula One. But then I retired from driving in 1998, and then Red Bull approached me when they acquired what was the Jaguar Formula One team to come and be the first team principal of Red Bull Racing.
Oh, so he was literally... So wait, damn, Red Bull only had 2 team principals.
I was invited to a junior Formula race, Formula 3 in Europe, and this is really where I found my identity.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
You started as a mechanic, right?
Correct. I started as a mechanic in '86 in rallying, in world rallying.
And how does going from mechanic to now being a team principal inform you? Do you think it gives you an edge?
I don't know if it gives me an edge, but for sure it gives me an advantage. I mean, it's very difficult to pull the wool over my eyes.
F1 cars are made from scratch. It's part of the reason that operating costs for the teams are sky high. For the Mercedes team, that figure was more than $400 million in 2022, which includes everything from marketing to mechanics to driver salaries.
And this is all...
Fucking audio on my headphones are fucking up.
You can... That's massive. That's massive carbon. It's an air...
Was more than $400 million in 2022, which includes everything from marketing to mechanics to driver salaries.
And this is all, you can, that's massive. That's massive carbon. It's an aerodynamic miracle in that car. We're trying to have the airflow flowing underneath the front wing and above it, and that airflow then spreads around the car and obviously provides downforce.
Can you put a price on the cars?
They cost about $50 million to develop, and they're a couple $1 million to actually build one.
These cars here, probably $2.5 million each car.
To make?
To make.
They last for one season?
They last for one season.
And then what?
And then they go in a museum.
R&D is the biggest single investment. If you took the car that starts the year and it was on pole and you didn't touch it, by the end of the year it would be last. We have new stuff on our car this weekend. We'll have new stuff on our car next weekend. So it's a prototype
constant
race. You're never sitting still.
And to pay for all that, teams have to bring in the bucks.
Chad, I'm
mostly from
overly locked
sponsor
into this video.
contracts and F1 itself.
What about the prize money? How does that work now that you're at the top?
Well, the prize money is essentially split into 3 columns. So you get 1 column for participation, you get 1 column for where you finish in the Constructors' Championship. Then there is a 3rd column that has a historical content to it. So, for example, Ferrari benefit the most from that column because they're the longest standing team.
Our business today generates about 600 million.
So they literally just get money for being there.
Revenue, and we are growing with 10 to 15% annually. We have predictable income streams because sponsorship contracts normally between 5 to 10 years.
You've got MoneyGram as the title sponsor. How did that come together?
I think MoneyGram coming to us was very smart. I mean, it's an American company which want to get more business global in the big teams. You know, it's all about the big team, and we get more business global in the.
How's that a Chipotle sponsor?
Big teams. You know, it's all about the big team, and with us, I think they get more about them. We are still the youngest team.
Why did you think this
Not
was a good
anymore.
idea?
We were known as a
Cadillac.
traditional 80-year-old brand
And
that
maybe
is
Audi.
a retail cash business. One thing we looked at from a marketing perspective is how do we amplify the characteristics and the brand attributes that we were becoming more and more, which is around innovation and technology, safety, speed, etc. And then what really pops out about F1 initially is that they race at the time in 20 different countries. And and we looked at those countries in that particular year, it overlapped with 70% of our send revenue. So while we're a US company, and it's our largest market, we do more business outside the US than we do inside.
Are the Formula One fans MoneyGram customers?
Yeah, we typically interact with consumers that are 25 to 35 years old. They're oftentimes migrant communities that have left their home countries and they're gone to find employment, sending money back home. And so the connection with a racetrack, the connection with the driver, the connection with the sport itself really binds them and connects them in many ways.
It's a global sport. MoneyGram is, connecting people financially all over the world.
Kevin Magnuson.
I think all these synergies are there.
1/3 of what we do is, PR, sponsor stuff, marketing, media.
And neither of them drive for Haas this season.
It's what keeps us racing. It's a small, privately owned team, and all these partners that we have on board, they're the ones that make this possible.
How do you determine the placement of the sponsor?
So we measure precisely how much exposure a sponsor gets by being on the car. So depending on the size of the sponsorship deal, you're getting more spaces. But to be honest, the sticker on the car is just the icing on the cake. It's more the relationship that you have. How can we help them to increase their sales, or help them with their marketing targets? What we're doing is tailor-made for the specific partner.
Does the success of F1 and the team have any bearing on Mercedes sales for the consumer?
I think it's a long-term branding exercise where people say, okay, what is it that I think about a Mercedes? We are being given the responsibility of carrying the star, the automobile. It's not like a sponsorship platform like we're doing tennis or golf. We are building race cars and we're building road cars. The first ever Mercedes was a racing car.
Stop spending real money on in-game cosmetics. How? Using Buff. With the Buff...
Take me out of my
Red
immersion,
Bull, an
bro.
energy drink maker, need a Formula One team?
The shareholders have always been passionate about racing and Formula One, and they saw it as the perfect platform to market their brand. And it's the most viewed sport in the world outside of the Olympic Games and the Football World Cup. But of course, they only happen every 4 years. Formula One is every 2 weeks.
Is it a profitable investment for them?
Sometimes it's every week.
It depends how you view it. In terms of the recognition for the brand globally, what that would cost to advertise, absolutely is a huge success in the amount that it's promoting the Red Bull brand. And I think as the sponsorship and partnerships and the income improves and cost caps take effect, we're seeing the intrinsic value of Formula One teams just increase dramatically.
The cost cap that Liberty Media introduced limits how much each team can spend on building and developing cars.
And that's more recent,
set at
too.
$135 million in 2023.
Yeah.
Is the budget cap a good thing?
They got to a point where it
Anybody
literally
investing in it
became...
knows how much you're going to spend. Before, somebody investing in a race team didn't know if he would
It was
spend
getting out of
200
hand.
million a year or $500 million a year. There was everything in between.
We're now profitable. We were losing 7, 8, 9 figures when I got started, and now we're a profitable sports team.
The blueprint was the American leagues, where when the salary caps were introduced, the businesses became sustainable. That was introduced 2 years ago, with also the aim not only to make the business sustainable, but also to create a more level playing field. Small teams basically having the same budget like the big ones. Long term, there will be many more teams capable of winning races, but also it made our business very profitable.
So how do you spend it most wisely?
Well,
and how do you boost the performance?
That's the name of the game. Before, if we wanted to develop a new front wing, you could develop 10 and pick the best one. And you didn't mind that you kind of wasted money on 9 front wings. Now, you don't want to develop 10 to land on one, because that 9 wings that you've wasted money on, that's money that you should be spending somewhere else.
Becoming profitable, I hope we achieve it this year or next year. That would be one of the goals.
Not profitable now.
Not in the moment. In the moment, I think we are close to a break even. But we will become profitable, because a business, to assure that you continue, you need to be profitable, because it cannot be just an investment project.
And Haas is low-key making like a good run.
And with
Within the next
profitability
5
comes a surge
to
in
10
team
years, Haas
values.
might be up there.
Recently, a group of celebrity investors took a 24% stake
That
in
could be
Alpine
Jordan, right?
Racing, putting that team's value north of $900 million.
We've got a lot more
Lewis.
Newer, younger audience now, which I think people are really excited about the sport and where it's going. I used to come out to the States particularly, and I would explain what it is I do, and I never could understand why people didn't love the sport like I've grown up to love it. And now I'm seeing people
I love it.
having that experience that I've had.
As this season winds down, it's all eyes on next spring.
How should we look to 2024, the next season? Do you have a good sense that
This is more than
back in the hunt for the title?
shit ago.
We have completely changed the concept of our car.
Maybe this interview was.
It seems like all our tough learnings of getting it wrong so many times now make sense. So I think the car is going to be in a good place. Is it good enough to beat a Red Bull? Is it good enough to beat Max Verstappen? I don't know. But the aim is definitely to
the
right.
target. Well, I guess this was coming off of 2023, and that's when Max won almost every single race. Wait. Did I miss that? Hold on. Wait. Shit, Weld 7T, appreciate the follow, gang. I was my fault, gang.
Right up there.
That rivalry between you and Mercedes, you and Toto, where does that stand right now?
Well, they're a bit quiet at the moment, but they'll be back. It's a bit like the Terminator.
All right, chat. That was how the teams in F1 make money, I guess. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All my other channels and everything will be linked down below. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.